Okay, let's try recording on this thing. Let's see. All right. Look who's back. Look who's back and wants another set of pickups installed. Look who's back and wants another pickup set installed. Here we go. Let's see if these work. What do you think? Anybody want to go ahead and place any bets? Hey, do you remember the last video? I think only 500 people saw the last video, so hey, we must be doing something right. Okay. Ooh, it would appear that I've left out a few tools from a previous repair, unrelated to this fine work of Mexican excellence. Hey, good for you, Claudia. Your people do good work. And that's not a slight. Your people do good work. They make fine guitars. Okay. It's the people at Fender who tell you how to build them. Those are the people that I take issue with. Okay. Some of the decisions that they've had you execute, like non-uniform dimensions inside of the guitar and other fun stuff like that, hey, to keep people from upgrading. Hey, that's what they're doing. They are intentionally trying to they're making it difficult for you to upgrade. They're creating what's called friction point. Right? Among other things that these guitar companies are doing to you, eh? Like creating guitars in every price point, all about $50 to $99 a part. Bro, there's no way I strung this guitar up like this. This guitar has been restrung, and we've put winds around guitar strings when we did not need to. And that is leading to my very significant feeling of frustration currently trying to remove these strings. But we worked it out, eh? We persevered. We persevered. Yeah, that's one of those words. Kind of sounds funny the more you say it. Okay, let's see what kind of fun we can get ourselves back into. Okay, what do you think? Do you think that this has any potential whatsoever to go well the first time around? What do we think? Okay, I'm calling it right now. I'm going in with low expectations. And I'm going to assume that this is going to cause me some amount of grief. Okay, we already know that. That's a given. So yeah, it turns out that the noiseless pickups that Richard purchased on the Kijiji were Fugazi bullshit. One of them was absolutely broken. The other one did work. It was pretty muddy and gross sounding. And I would assume that's why he got them in trade for some other bullshit. Okay. And not purchased for the significant amount of money that people charge for them. Okay, pickups have increased in price, my friends. I would say by 50%. let's say I've seen pickups that used to go for a couple $100 for a set. They're now asking 300. So that's like a 50%. Do I really want to shield this cavity? No, this has been shield painted, Richard. You don't need any of that. I'm not doing any of that. Kill yourself. Hey, we're not doing it. You don't need to do it. It's been shield painted. That's why every one of these things is grounded. And that's why there's a ground wire to every one of these things, and it's open to the block because they've shield painted it. So it's super fine. Oh, that's great how you put this pickup back in there. We love that, eh? Bro, come on. What even is this? You've got 2 wires you don't need. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Hey, this is why he gives me stuff to work out, because he just does stuff the wrong way. And we'll just cut that off there so I know which one it is. Cut this one off here so I know which one it is. So there's no guessy poo. Okay, hey, let's remember that the red was the neck and the yellow was the bridge. Okay, you guys remember that shit for me, so that I don't have to work that out after. Okay, you come out. That's... oh yeah, I should have taken this. Okay. Those are the old pickups and old... I'm not even going to worry about that. Okay, now the strange thing when we did this before that I worked out is that it doesn't want the ground here at the pot. It wants the ground here, right here. Otherwise it behaves funny, so we're gonna... I don't know, there's no technical reason that it should be like that. I talked about this with ChatGPT and with Gemini, and there's really literally no reason that it shouldn't work being grounded at the pot, but it just behaved finicky when I grounded it at the pot, so I'm going to go ahead and ground it back the way they've grounded it from the factory, assuming that they know some voodoo that I can't find on Google, or... you know what I mean? So, I'm just going to do it the way they did it. There's no reason not to. There's literally no reason not to, as the kids would say. So now we're going to go ahead and fight with this bridge once again, but not before we release the pickup. The only thing I wish I had on this old drill, I think I've had this for about 11 or 12 years. I've had this for all of my YouTube days. I wish I had a torque control, like a 1-2 speed, variable speed. I'm pretty good at controlling its speed, but it would be nice to have another gear to choose from. You know what I'm saying? Do you even know what I'm saying, Broskini? Okay, I'm not even going to zoom into any of this, because this is really literally, you can watch 1,000 guys, okay, zoom into the screw and watch the cinematic. You don't tune into me for that. You tune into me for my... you tune into me for my hot takes. For the dumb things that I say and do. That's why you tune into this channel. Hey, the few of you, the 500 of you that are remaining. That's hilarious to me. You know, I never really did do this channel to make money. Like, making money's nice. Nobody's going to turn down making a few extra bucks. That's why I leave them the ad monetization shit on. I mean, a few bucks that comes in, it's nice, it's alright. But it's not my main, like, motivation. If it all stopped tomorrow, and it did, I mean, I still get a little bit trickle in because of the videos I already have, but for the most part, like, it's never really been my goal to become rich off of this. So I never did any Patreon, so I don't have any merch. Right? Like, if I had merch, it would be shirts that say things like, I don't know, silly dad jokes. That's what my merch would be. Can't even think of one right now. I think of them all the time in my mind. Boy, this would be a funny, like, joke merch t-shirt. And then I just never say anything about them on the channel. But I would do that for fun, right? Not to make a zillion bucks. And as for why I haven't been making consistent videos, it's just like life, dude. Just things happen. You know, your life happens. You ever hear the old saying, life's what happens while you're making plans to do something else? That's all that happened. That's all that continues to happen. You know what I mean? It's not really one specific thing. It's life. It's things. I got kids. Things going on. The lawn needs cutting. I got things. But I still want to make videos. I'm still going to make videos for 500 people. That's fine. I'm not in a panic. It's okay. I'd rather make videos for 500 people who really want to sit and watch me talk nonsense about a silly guitar for half an hour than to be endlessly criticized by people who, you know, want to have something to say about what you're doing or how you're doing it, or, you know what I mean? Like, okay. Like, fill your boots. Oh, that's good. It's got a copper bottom, which is grounded. That's muy caliente. What that means is our little ground clipperino that wants to have a connection to the... See, this is how they're grounding it. They're grounding, instead of the traditional just little quickie fold over and wire spread out, they have grounded it to the pickup screw, and that grounds the plate, and then that grounds your strings and everything else tied to it. Versus just having it a little bit of bare copper wire on the bottom here. They're tying it into how you wire up the pickup. It's fine. I'm just going to redo their thing. I'm not going to mess with it. That's okay. I'm going to assume that I don't have fitment issues this time, since I carefully opened this up last time for... Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. I think even if it's pushed all the way forward, I've created enough room there. That's good. Okay. So what we want to do... See, this is where things become a little bit tedious. This is where things become just slightly tedious. I need this, and this, not that. Do I need... What's it? Three small ones. Okay, okay. Go ahead and be like that. Is it going to capture it, though? How did it do it on the other one? How did it do it on the other one? How did you capture this on the other one? You ground it through there, yeah. Just from touching the screw? Were you touching the screw there, girly pop? Okay, you were there. You were there. That assumes that's no good for us because the top, this is where it gets complicated. This is where they don't want you to mess with their thing because the top of this is not, that's not copper, so that's not conductive. And that means that the screw touching that is going to be relying on, no, that's not even touching. Or do you want to be on top here? We could do that. Is that how you want to be? You want to be like this? Okay, this is stuff that I would cut out of the video. I mean, I don't love this because it's not, it's relying on a little bushing to push this into the thing, but I'm going to accept it. I hope it works. Oh, you're joking. Does this assume that you're going to put this, you're going to screw this directly into the, kill yourself. Are you fucking serious? Why? Ugh, kill yourself. This is what I'm talking about. These little stupid little decisions that you have to engineer your way around. Yes, I could take this away and just do it the way we normally do things, and I think that's what I'm probably going to do. You ever get an itchy hand? But this is more annoying. I hope that works in the pick card. Okay, let's keep on trucking. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, this is all stuff that goes down that may or may not make it into the video. You might just see the finished product and think, wow, that guy really knows what he's doing. And not the missed hours of me cursing and being like, oh, what the, why did you make that decision? Why would you do that? Oh, why are you making this needlessly difficult? Oh, I realize why. Because you're a corporation that is now fully embracing keeping people tied to specific guitars by making modifications prohibitively expensive because they now require somebody who knows what they're doing. So now you're adding a labor charge to what would otherwise just be some kid who buys a new set of pickups and just puts them in, like the way it should be, like Legos. But instead, they build in these little... Oh, why did I turn that off? They build in these little FU moments. And then you're left with a choice at home of, do I hack this guitar apart to make my new pickup fit? And then I promise you they're not going to do it as cleanly as I did. And they either do something reckless and make a big mess, or they pay somebody to do it at great expense. Or what they really want you to do, what Fender really wants you to do, Fender and Gibson, who've now flooded the market with models available to you. You want a Les Paul? Sure, you can get a Les Paul. You can get any kind of Les Paul model you want. They're all about $100 a part. Why would you go buy a used guitar when you can buy any kind of Les Paul you want that's just as good enough? Right? In the old days, you go buy a Les Paul Studio for $1,000 or something like that. And you'd be getting a good deal, right? Because where else are you going to get a guitar of that quality for $1,000? You're not. Unless you buy it used. Well, the major manufacturers, Fender, Gibson, all of the major manufacturers realized, oh, hey, wait a second. Do you know that we can go step on that used market and take all of that money that's sitting in the used market for ourselves if we just start making models that make it hard for you to justify going to buy something used when you could buy something nearly as good for the same price with a warranty brand new from a store? Who could argue against that, right? And the point is that they did that intentionally, and they did that over the course of the pandemic and continue to do it. Right? Just go look at the lineup of every guitar model. Now, some people will say, "Oh, that's good for me because I can get a cheap guitar." Well, that's great for you, but your guitar now isn't worth nearly as much as it would have been if you had if you didn't have that available to you. All they've done is flood the market with models that are good enough. That's why you got tribute models and all that kind of stuff. Because, oh, for fuck's sakes, you're gonna make me cut this pickup, aren't you? Yeah, see what I thought? That's fucking bullshit. That's not doing anything. That's no good. That's not gonna work. And so the silliness begins. We've got two things we're fighting right now. We need to redo this ground. Should have just done it the way I wanted to do it from the jump, but I thought, well, let's try. Let's see if they know something I don't. And it's not working for the reason I thought it wouldn't work. So now it's time to get... tried and trusted. Know this is going to work. In fact, let's cut this wire so that it only comes out to here. Use my old trick here. Okay, we know that's going to work. First problem fixed. Second problem. No room for activities in this friggin' in this cavity. I don't care. This is getting soldered to the back of the pot. There's no reason that shouldn't work. What the f... Thank you. Okay. First hurdle cleared. I'm not going to screw that down yet. I am going to solder this to the back of the patino. Okay. Thank you for your service and your cooperation, my friend. Thank you for your service and cooperation, my friend. Okay, let's just cut off that ugly excess. Let's desolder this. Let's solder in this one. Let's just a little more insurance there. Cover that. Okay. Perfecto. Working. Okay. We can screw that down. We can screw that baby down. Downtown. Charlie Brown. We've overcome our first couple of hurdles. We made this baby fit. Wait a second. Did we overcome a hurdle? Are we having a oh no, I know what's happening. I know what's happening. It's just the ground wire. It's the ground wire that we installed. It's all good in the hood. It's just found its way into the lacquer a little bit now. It's flat. And that little bit of copper tape is just a little bit of insurance so that we get a good contact point. Okay. Torque down to the perfect specifications. Exact, perfect oh, you've been playing with the things again, haven't you, Richard? You've been playing with the action again, haven't you? That's good job on that. You have to raise them both, buddy. You can't just raise one. I think I've made enough million videos about that. Okay, let's see if this is going to be a problem. Well, it's fully encased in plastic, so. It's lovely. It's lovely, and it's about to get some of my fingerprints. So, how about them apples? Okay, these little screws-y poos better hold this up. This better not be I need to screw this into the wood situation, or I'm going to be very, very upset. But it's looking like that. This isn't going good. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I don't know. Let's see. Yep, go on through the wax. That is so wonky. You gotta be kidding. Broski. Do you know when the last time I had to go into this little parts container thing was? Do you know? Do you even know how long ago that shit was? Bro, come on. Now I gotta try to work out. What's gonna fit in there? What diameter? I hate you. Hey, it's always some nonsense. There's always some nonsense keeping us from doing this. Okay. The answers you seek are not in here. It might be in here, but I doubt it. Ooh, that might be a good one. This may also be a good one. Let's see if these work better. Let's see, what do we think of these? Fenderini, little baby Fenderini. Oh, that is significantly better. Friends, that is significantly better. That's going to work. Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got some. Oh my God. That is not working. We need a thicker. Fuck. I hate you. What about this? Yes. Now we're getting some purchase on that, Daddy. Okay, let's back this one out. And put in the one that I thought was way too thick. There we go, that's better. Oh yeah, now we got it. Perfect. Okay, so to show everybody what we've been trying to do, we have these pointy screws with a little collar at the end. All right, so pointy and collar, meant to go through here and push this, I don't know, I guess straight into the wood, but we no do that here, because this is not that kind of pocket. So I just put the standard ones in there, and it made a nice little bit bigger hole, and away we go. Okay. Always some bullish. Always some bullish. Some bullish. Come on, bro. Get through there. Hey, even these simple things like that you just sort of feel entitled to them being effortless end up being sort of annoying. Come on, just there you go. Poke through. Why am I having to grab this like this? Because your hole sucks. Hey? That's what she said. Hey, that's what she said, Michael Scott. Because your hole sucks. Why do I have to grab this like this? Because your hole sucks. What the F? What are you bouncing on? There we go. Okay, the mystery parts bin has come to the rescue yet again. I'm going to steal his screws and add them to my mystery parts bin, and they will come in handy at some point. Yeah, I think I've earned a set of screws from your pickups. I think I've earned that. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to put a couple screws down here just to hold this in position because it's flopping around. Okay. Let's wire in these two pickups in a way that you can't see. Okay, let's do that because it's good for the video. Okay. It's good for the video when people can't see what you're doing. Okay, that makes the video better. Okay, there's that. And let's add you. Let's add you right there. So just add this ground. Nope. There you go. There you go. Okay. Let's try and shove that in there within an inch of its life. Let's confidently put down a couple of screws. Confidence is key. There's one. Okay, let's see if all this garbage works. So we can put strings back on it. Yay! First time. Who'd have thought? Hey, who'd have thought? Not me. Pas moi. Pas moi. Mon ami. Pas moi. Ooh, that's a good noise. We like that noise. Okay. We like that noise a lot. Well, I'll tell you what. For the level of friction and discomfort we felt during this install, I think we handled it with grace and poise, and nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can take that. Nobody can take that away from us. We identified the friction points. We identified solutions. And we prevailed. Just that simple. Just that simple. And now, equally as simple, we put the strings on it. We don't check the setup at all in any way because this guitar was recently set up, recently given back, and I can tell recently messed with. So I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is. But I can already tell that some things need adjusting, but we're just going to be the guy that provides a free service, only opens the can of worms that he was told to open, and he ignores everything else like it doesn't exist. Right? I did not see that those saddles are all sideways and have only had a single Allen screw adjusted and that they haven't been adjusted properly, that's fine. I'm not even going to touch it. That's cool. Does it need a truss rod adjustment? I don't know. Maybe. But I could tell you what. Hey, I'll tell you what. I know I checked all of that and did all of that 2 times. At least a couple of weeks ago. Hey. Am I calling out my longtime friend of the last 12 years publicly? Hey, am I expecting you guys to go find his address and where he works and publicly lynch him for going after I did it properly and setting up his guitar poorly? I mean, I'm not saying don't do that. Well, I think for legal purposes I am saying don't do that. Hey, jokes. I make jokes. Hey, Richard knows I love him. But 2 things can be true at once. Hey? I can love him and he can still do silly things every chance he gets. Because he, like me, is very impatient. Okay? So I know the illness that he suffers from, which is, I know I want this done right now. I don't want to have to wait around. Waiting around sucks. Which is why he texts me every day when he drops stuff off. Hey, so how about that thing? Are we surprised I haven't gotten a text yet today? Hey, that's why it's getting done today, Richard. Because you haven't texted me to bother me about it. Why won't this mother effing string go through the goddamn hole? Why does that have to be the last friction point here, putting on the strings? Why couldn't just one thing go smoothly? Okay, and get all my fingerprints and stuff off here before I screw it back together again for the 5th time. What is that even? Let's see if some Gibson polish can throw some tone into this bitch. Okay. Let's see if we can get some Gibson tone in here. Clean off this guitar a little bit. What is all this shit, bro? He's got little kids. That's what all this shit is. Little kids with dirty hands. Now I worked it out. Hey? Mystery solved. Little kids, dirty hands. That's all this is. Bro, it's so dirty. I polish this before I give it back to you. It's like you've dribbled wax or something on it. Jesus, what the hell is stuck to this thing? Anyway, clean enough. Clean enough for the girls I go with. Hey, you know what? I'm going to change the angle for this seam here. Okay. I'm even going to maybe zoom in. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, yes, we can, girly pop. Okay, I'm going to teach everybody on the internet how to do this for the millionth time. This is how you use... Okay, this is a tutorial on how to use locking string tuners. Okay, you angle the tuner towards you, angle the hole towards you, then you bring the string all the way up, all of it. Don't hold any of it back. Bring it all the way through the tuner hole. Make sure it's all pulled up from the back end there. Give it a little tug-a-rooski. Okay? Once you've got once you've got it pulled tightly, then lock the back end. Okay. Then, crucially, if you don't do this part here, where is my good set of snips? Why do I always take my good set of snips, put them down somewhere, and then they, you know, I've got 3 or 4 set of snips here. Do they fall on the floor? You're making me make this. Ah, there they are. These are my good set of snips. These are the kind I like. Okay, so then crucially, when you're done this step, you come right along. You don't even wait. And you cut the entirety of that hanging bullshit off. You don't twirl it. You don't do any of that. Okay, so let's watch this again. Richard, pull all the string through, all of it. Then tighten. Okay. Come in with your good snippers, the good ones, not the crap ones, and cut that away nice and cleanly. Okay, watch how fast I can string up this guitar. There's no thinking, 0 thinking. These are, in the 90s they would have called these dummy proof, but I don't know if we're allowed to say dummy anymore. They used to make books about things that we could make dummy proof or idiot proof. Okay, the Idiot's Guide. Consider this the Idiot's Guide, the Dummy's Guide to how to string up your guitar strings. That's what I'm showing here. This is the Dummy's Guide to stringing up your guitar. Now, if you happen to have the added complication of something called a string tree, okay, it's still the same, except in this case, we just reroute the string under the string tree once we've pulled it all the way through. The process continues in exactly the same manner from there. You cut it off because you're not a poser, and then you keep going. And so we'll show you that one more time. Okay, for those of you in the back, Richard, pull all the string all the way through, then you put it under the string tree there, then you tighten it. Oh, I almost tried to do one step out of order there. I tried to cut it before I tightened it. That would have been catastrophic. And that's it. You have now successfully and quickly, which is the point, quickly strung up your guitar. And now you can tune it. And shred and blow minds faster. Okay, lines all at the same time. Don't forget, folks, when you're tuning your guitar, be sure to stretch your strings. Until they stop going out of tune for maximum performance. Alright, stretchy poo, stretchy the strings. Just hold it near the nut and pull up on it like this. And pretend like you're playing a cowboy chord on one string and then just pull up towards the nut. Stretching it like you might stretch something else to make it more stiff. Yeah, good enough for the girls I go with. I would keep doing that, but now I'm going to go ahead and get these pickapinis up to their factory locations. Yeah, looks about right. Still needs to come up a lot. Are we about close there? Yes, that is perfecto. And this could come up a little smidgy pino. And that could come forward a bit more. And I think sirs and... Okay. Give her one more tuny pino. Ooh, those are nice sounding pickups. Oh, those are really nice sounding pickups. That's a big upgrade. It's done, come and get it. There it is, the same green guitar you saw just a couple of weeks ago. Have exactly the same thing done to it, except this time with new complications and new parts. But only this time they worked first time out of the gate, and that is always preferable, especially when I'm doing it for free. So there you go, my friends. A lovely, fine instrument built by the fine people of Mexico.